Hello and welcome to the 19th episode of my 1860 Munich career mode. Didn't really get off to a good start in the first game. We ended up losing that game. But coming into this one, we did lose Yasin Benzi a little while ago to injury. The first game is 1860 Munich against VfL Bochum. And early on here, coming into this episode, these games, just really wanted to just get the points, just get some wins. Haven't been too successful early on here after that first game. Not a real good way to start off the year in which that we're trying to get promoted. The board, of course, expects us to get promoted, and as they should. We really should gain promotion here. A nice little move here by Lucas here early on. And look at this. Plays the ball through the air, and look at that goal from Benjamin Louth. This guy, 32-year-old striker. I've tried to sell him. I don't think I'll ever sell him now. He's a great leader for the team, and look at this goal. Probably the best goal I've scored in this series. Just goes up, bicycle kick, overhead kick, whatever you prefer to call it. Lovely stuff from Mr. Louth there. And then Louth finding Lucas in the area here. Tries to do a little spin, tries to do a turn, and ends up drawing the penalty. So look, things are looking pretty good for us here. Decide to have Piazzone take it and try and get him to convert from the spot. Steps up and he finishes 2-0 in favor of 1860 Munich. The team finally started after this episode. In this episode, the team finally is playing up to the potential they're capable of. Because the team is actually a 3.5-star team now. So there's really no reason for us to lose very many games in Bundesliga 2. This team could definitely compete in the Bundesliga next season. That, and we're going to have some young guys coming up. Hopefully more money starts to come in. I believe we still have a nice amount to work with as well. Nice volley from Piazzone there early in half number 2. And decide to put on this guy, Marco Torino, number 2. He's a right back who I just picked up. I don't think I've talked about him. But he's 6'9", and he's 16 years old, or 16 or 17. He's a right back, but since I play a 3-5-2, I figured hopefully, his defensive stats will go up, and I can use him as a center back. He's 6'9". I don't think I've encountered a player through scouting that is that tall, and why he would want to be at right back, I don't know. But obviously his cons are, as Goretzka scores here. 87th minute to make it 2-1, make a little game out of it late. And if FIFA loves to do this for whatever reason, some people call it scripting. It happens to me fairly often on here, where the computer just decides to go crazy. But anyway, Abini Assay trying to find Piazzone here, and this guy, his finishing, it's so bad. I don't get it. He's got to get better at that. Maybe that was just my fault. I don't know. But anyway, Torino, he's not that good because I just promoted him to the senior team. Does have 4-star skills, but he's got 1-star weak foot. I don't know. It's an interesting kind of player. And here's another look at that bicycle kick from Louth. This was so awesome. I love this. Just jumps up. Gets the contact with it, puts it in the corner. Keeper could have reacted maybe a little bit better. It looks, like he could have reacted a bit better after seeing it in slow motion, but pretty awesome. I think a better goalkeeper would have stopped it, but whatever. We get the win 2-1, and then we get the transfer offer for Daniel Halfar, FC Sochaux. I believe that's how you pronounce that, of the French league. Can't remember off the top of my head if they're League 1 or League 2. I was thinking about it, and the way I looked at it, he doesn't really play too often, and when he does, he's not that great to me. It just doesn't impress me. The only real thing that he's good at is set pieces. He's got some pace, but I do have Piazzone there, so I don't really need a guy like Helfar. And of course, we sell him, and the board allocates $1.8 million US into our budget. I decided to go after a cheap replacement for him, so I went after Matt Kanji of the Houston Dynamo, a really good, skillful player. He's 6'4" as well. Great work rates. Not that that really matters in career mode, because I'm pretty sure you can just adjust those anyway. This was on transfer deadline day, though. I think this was like with maybe 3 or 4 hours left in transfer deadline day, so I really needed to try and wrap this up fast if I wanted to land Matt Kanji. The Dynamo accepted the offer, so now I had to make an offer to Kanji. So I pretty much thought he was in the bag, and then I get this. Doesn't want to move because he likes living in Houston. So pretty much had to bail on that, since that was the end of the transfer window. Did sign Akira Hirayama to a youth player to a contract, and with the funds that came in from the Helfar deal, decided to sign Patrick Eigner, a new scout, 3-star experience, 3-star judgment. So we can go out there and continue to pick up more youth players. I'm definitely going to have him going to Germany a lot. German scout. And typically, scouts are typically very good in the country that they're from. So if your scout is English, he's going to get better players in England than he would in any other country. So send him to get a playmaker. Maybe he'll come back with an Özil or a Schweinsteiger or the like. And here's the thing. Looked at Hirayama. Striker, 1-star weak foot. How the hell does that happen? You're supposed to learn. I played, and they teach you all the time to get good with the foot that you're not dominant with. If you're left-footed, you get good with your right foot, and vice versa. But obviously that guy didn't want to do that, so his left foot sucks. He's going to be on the next train out of Munich for sure. But the next game was against Dynamo Dresden. Early on here, Benzia hooks up with Makos. Makos puts Benzia in space. Benzia fires a shot into the top corner. Tough for the goalkeeper to stop that one. Knocks a bunch of players over to try and get some room to celebrate there. 30th minute, we go up 1-0. And this was later on. There was 1-0 at halftime. Fast forward all the way to the 72nd minute is where we're at right now. And Dynamo Dresden starts moving the ball around well. Lucia here. He's gonna find Papadopoulos, and my defense just pretty much opened up for this guy. Not sure what Makos was doing there. He just kind of left an open lane for Papadopoulos to shoot. And they equalized. 75th minute. 1-1. And 90th minute here, and we are trying to make anything happen. Trying to be patient so that we can get that pass that we need. Manuel DeCecco. Here, nice cross finds its way to Louth. Benzia gets a touch on it. Louth then puts it off the bar and in. 90th minute, it looked like it was in the bag here. Louth shushing the crowd because he can, because he's Benjamin Louth and he doesn't care. So 90th minute we scored, but like I mentioned earlier, the scripting, the FIFA bullshit, whatever you want to call it, was in full effect here. This has happened to me twice, where I score in the 90th minute, and then the opposing team comes back to score again. So, they scored in the 90th minute. We should have won that game, but we did get the draw. A road game away from home against a good team. So, I'll take it, I guess. So the next game, this game, and I know the one after it, are games that we have to win. This game was at home against FC Ingolstadt at the Allianz Arena. So we knew coming into this game that we needed to win this. So Lucas gets an interception here, and then look at this. For the second time in this episode, uses the exact same skill move inside the penalty area to draw a foul in the area and get us a penalty. kind of weird. I'm not totally sure what they call that move. I mean, that's the McGeady spin, or the buttons that you use, but that's for 4-star players. Maybe even 3-star players can do that spin move as well, that turn. But Louth converts from the spot. He scores in all 3 games of this episode. The man can just score goals. So, yeah. 32nd minute penalty from Benjamin Louth puts us up 1-0 going into half. Something I noticed again, I think the Dynamo Dresden game was the first game back from injury for Benzia, and then this game he got injured as well. And it took me a little while to realize that, but I finally made the only 2 subs all game that I made. I took Benzia and Louth off to put on a quick strike force and Bakar and Abinius. Put Bakar and Abinius up front. Wanted that pace up front. Bakar and Abinius, of course, have plenty of that. Both of them. Abinius especially has very good finishing, which is weird because his stats aren't really that great. But look at this. It cuts inside, gets the right-footed shot, puts it in the corner, had some traffic in front. 75th minute. This guy is so hot and cold, it's ridiculous. Last season, of course, had a couple runs over the course of a couple games where he scored a few goals and was just on fire. And then he would be absolutely terrible at other points, but bounces around more. Stoppelkamp gets his foot to it, puts it in. 3-0, 88th minute. And that is how this one would end. Of course, Ingolstadt going to try and bounce back here, try and get a goal and ruin our clean sheet. That does not happen. Arne Fike, who said he was unhappy, decided to give him some play in this game. Tried to come up there. He had a pretty good game. Everyone had a pretty good game. But that is it for this episode. If you would like to like, comment, subscribe, it would be much appreciated. Hopefully I'll be doing these a little more frequently. I don't know. We'll see. We went 3-0. So the team finally coming together. It's fun to watch. So that's it. If you like to like, comment, subscribe, that would be awesome. And I will see you next time.